You're giving her some.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you so much for being here tonight. My name is Alex Tchaykov. I'm a pianist, I'm a poet, and I'm the creator of this concert series called Spectra, which actually started last year. And this tonight is the official start of the second season of this series. So thank you for being here with this program called Phonics. I want to say a big thank you to Deb and Dave Marlin for once again hosting us in this beautiful living room. We were here last in May for another concert that was called Bloom, which explored different kinds of flowers and floral imagery in music. And we're back tonight with Phonics. Before we get into the program itself, I want to alert your attention to the QR code on your paper program. If you scan that thing, it will open up the complete program with all the notes that accompany each piece, as well as the text, which we will also have projected here. But if you'd like to kind of look at it personally on your phone, there's an option to do that. So just wanted to let you know about that. I also like to say at the beginning of each of these concerts a little bit about the mission of what this is and what this is trying to accomplish. So Spectra is the plural of spectrum. And each program that's presented by Spectra takes a one-word theme and refracts it into a spectrum of different musical perspectives. And the idea is that every work on the program offers a new way of experiencing or understanding the theme. And so we're really here to kind of celebrate this conversation that emerges between all the different pieces on the program. And as the program unfolds, that conversation will become more and more clear, and I encourage you to remain curious about it. Now, just some logistical things. If you'd like to see more about concerts that we put on or have coming up, you can head to spectramusic.org. We also have an Instagram, we have a YouTube. If you would like to make a donation to help support this season, it would be deeply appreciated. We have a GoFundMe page, we have a Venmo page. We also have a very cute jar for cash donations set up on the kitchen table where plenty of yummy treats await. And lastly, I want to try to bring these concerts to as many places in LA as possible. So if you have an idea of a venue that might want to host something like this, please come talk to me, because I really do want to spread this as widely as possible. Okay, now getting into the theme for tonight, Phonics. This is a program that's all about the conversation between language and music. And the concept of phonics might take you back to maybe your pre-K or kindergarten days when we were all learning about what language first sounds like and how to turn letters into syllables and syllables into words and words into sentences. And I remember having this book where on every page there would be different sets of words, and they'd all either have the same beginning or the same ending. So you might have a page of words that all end in AT. So if there was a bat, you had to write a B. If there was a cat, you had to write a C. If there was an M, you had to write an M. Have other people have this kind of vague, experience of that? So, and it's actually using rhyme as this tool is actually extremely musical way to learn a first language, right? And there's something very musical about this process and the way that the sound of the words connects to how they look and also to their meaning. And as we grow up, this becomes second nature, or how we communicate and use language, right? So we don't normally stop to pause and think about the sounds that are coming out of our mouths because we just use words and we communicate with sentences, right? So the idea of this program is to help us revisit and unlock the musical magic that is really inherent on every level of how we speak. And every piece on this program uses a different kind of setting to accomplish that. And we're going to start with a piece by the American, sorry to scare you, with all that text, but I'm going to give you a chance to read it, so don't try to like read it all at once right now. But this is a piece by Kate Soper, an American composer. It's called Go Away, and this is a prose poem by Lydia Davis. And because I know it's a lot of text, I just want us to all take a minute to read this silently to ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to give you a minute. Just. We've almost gotten through it. Is anyone else confused? Just a little bit. So it's a very confusing and twisty set of words, and as you can see, there's just a lot of run-on sentences that go on forever and ever. But the idea is that we're inside the head of this person that's trying to intellectually process someone who's just told them, go away and don't come back. And these are all the thoughts that are, occurring as a response to that phrase. So as we listen now to the musical setting of this, you can follow along and see how, and listen to how Kate Soper brings out the specific emotional resonance of certain words and phrases in ways that are actually extremely shocking and surprising. And this is a piece that's going to be for flute and soprano, and you're going to see them using a lot of very interesting and extended techniques to communicate some of the language that's going on here. So see if you can choose like one or two words or phrases as you listen that really kind of stick out in a way that they wouldn't by just reading the text like this. So I'm really happy to invite the soprano Katrina Lynch and the flautist Emma McCartney to perform Kate Soper's Go Away.
has for you that may so soften his anger now. But though he doesn't incorporate it doesn't mean as much. But though he does mean, he does not mean as much as he means that the words have in them, that he means the words. He means all the anger meant by someone who says such words and means that you should not come back ever. He means most of the anger meant by such a person. For if he means all the anger, he would also mean what the words themselves say. What the words say, that you should not come back ever. But being angry, if he were merely to say, I'm very angry at you, you would not be as hurt as you are. Or you would not be hurt at all, even though the degree of anger, if it could be measured, might be exactly the same. Or perhaps the degree of anger could not be the same. Or perhaps it could be the same, but the anger would have to be of a different kind. A kind that could be shared as a problem, whereas this can only be told in these words he does not mean. So, it is not in the words that he hurts you, but in the fact that he chooses to say the words that mean you should never come back. Even though he does not mean even though only
to a piece for speaking pianists now, and I'll explain what that means in a second. So this is going to be a setting of a letter written by Oscar Wilde. Are we all familiar with the name Oscar Wilde? English author who lived during the Victorian era, and this is a piece by the American composer Frederic Rzewski called De Profundis, From the Depths, which is the same name of the letter. Now you might not know this about Oscar Wilde, but towards the end of his life, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison for essentially being gay in a highly homophobic Victorian society that had laws against homosexuality. And this picture is a picture of his cell as it looks today. There's a kind of a backstory to how he ended up on trial for this, which feels like ridiculous to say today. But essentially, it ended up being the father of his then current lover, named Lord Alfred Douglas, who convicted him. He was thereafter sentenced to 2 years of hard labor in prison. And of course, this was like absolutely ruinous for his career and his reputation and finances and all of that. But on a more personal note, it was also extremely heartbreaking for him because it severed his relationship with Douglas, who apparently showed no signs of sympathy about the fact that Wilde was getting sentenced to prison and Douglas got off basically free. And from prison, Wilde would actually write to Douglas. He would write several letters and never receive a response. And this letter, De Profundis, is almost 50,000 words long. And it's kind of like the most epic breakup letter ever written. So in it, we hear about the turmoils of the relationship and sort of what was going on behind the scenes. We also hear about the injustice of, his current situation in prison. And most of all, there's like this sense of trying to find some kind of peace and hope and a new outlook on life because of this experience. So we're not going to hear the whole 50,000 words. We would be here for, and there actually is a reading of the whole letter on YouTube if you want. It's almost 6 hours long, but if you're it's a dramatic reading. Yeah. So what Rzewski does is he selected 8 sections from this letter and interspersed them with sort of like episodes of musical commentary. So I'm going to be accompanying myself reciting the text, but I'm also going to be doing a bunch of other musical effects and techniques in between to kind of communicate in each section what is the emotional tone. This little text I have down here is a little preview of something you're going to hear. I just thought it was particularly poignant. So you can listen for this little quote in the piece. Outside the day may be blue and gold, but the light that creeps down through the thick glass of the small iron-barred window is gray. It is always twilight in one's cell, as it is always twilight in one's heart. Yeah, there's some very heartbreaking stuff in this piece, and it's a very intense kind of journey. It goes from this feeling of utmost devastation to finding some sense of peace and light at the end. But it is certainly a path to get there. So the text will be up here, so you can follow along with that. But you might also want to glance over at me sometimes, to see what I'm doing, because it's sort of like a combined thing. Katya, do you want to?
I'm ready.
You're ready? Katya's going to turn the slides for the text. So I just want to give her this so she can. So this is De Profundis by Frederic Rzewski. places. Mechanical people to whom life is a shrewd speculation, depending on calculation, always know where they are going. And go there. They start with the ideal desire of being the parish beadle, and they succeed in being the parish beadle. And no more. A man whose desire is to be something separate from himself succeeds in being what he wants to be. That is his punishment. Those who want a mask have to wear it. But with the dynamic forces of life, it is different. People who desire self-realization never know where they are going. They can't know. To recognize that the soul of a man is unknowable is the ultimate achievement of wisdom. The final mystery is one self. When one has weighed the sun in the balance and measured the steps of the moon and mapped out the 7 heavens, there still remains oneself, who can calculate the orbit of his own soul. Designed to appeal to the sense of humor. On November 13th, 1895, I was brought down here from London from 2 o'clock till 2:30 on that day. I had to stand on the center platform of Clapham Junction in convict dress and handcuffed for the world to look at. When people saw me, they laughed. Each train swelled the audience. Nothing could exceed their amusement. That was for you. I was. As soon as they had been informed, they laughed still more. Ha ha! For half an hour I stood there in the gray November rain, surrounded by a jeering mob. For a year, I worked every day at the same hour for the same space of time. It wasn't tears or part of everyday's experience. A day in prison on which one does not weep is a day on which one's heart is hard, not a day when which one's heart is happy. Exceptions, not for laws. Religion does not help me. The faith that others give to what is unseen, I give to what one can touch and look at. Reason does not help me. It tells me that the laws which I am convicted, and the system under which I am suffering are wrong and unjust. But somehow I have got to make both of these things just and right to me. I have got to make everything that has happened to me good for me. The plank bed, the loathsome food, the hard ropes, the harsh orders, the dreadful dress that makes sorrow grotesque to look at. The silence, the solitude, the shame, each and all of these things I have to transform into a spiritual experience. There was not a single degradation of the body I have no desire to complain. One of the many lessons that one learns in prison is that things are what they are and will be what they will be. Suffering is one very long moment. We cannot divide it by seasons. We can only record its moods and chronicle their return. With us, time itself does not progress. It evolves. It seems to circle around one center of pain. For us, there is only one season, the season of sorrow. The very sun and moon seem taken from us. Outside, the day may be blue and gold, but the light that creeps down through the thick glass of the small iron bar window is gray. It is always twilight in one's cell, as it is always twilight in one's heart. And in the sphere of thought, no less than in the sphere of time, motion is no more. Prison, and in whose lives there is no event but sorrow, have to measure time by throbs of pain and the record of bitter moments. We have nothing else to think of. Suffering is the means by which we exist, because it is the only means by which we become conscious of existing. And the remembrance of suffering in the past is necessary to us as the evidence of our continued identity. Between myself and the memory of joy lies a gulf no less deep than that between myself and joy in its actuality. So much in this place do men live by pain and my friendship with you in the way in which I am forced to remember it appears to me always as a prelude consonant with those varying modes of anguish which each day I have to realize as though my life had been a symphony of song passing through its rhythmically linked movements to insert resolution. Puka, chuka, ka, pipi, kaka, shuka, puka, poka, koka, koka, bum 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 There's such a thing as leaving mankind alone. There's no such thing as governing mankind. All forms of government are failures. Not our vices only. They make instruments to scourge us. They bring us to ruin. To witness is good, gentle, humane, loving. Love of some kind is the only possible explanation of the extraordinary amount of hope to live long enough and to produce work of such character that I shall be able, at the end of my days, to say, yes, this is just where the artistic life leads a man. For the last 7 or 8 months, in spite of a succession of great troubles reaching me from the outside world, almost without intermission, I have been placed in direct contact with a new spirit working in this prison through man and things that has helped me beyond words. So that while for the first year of my imprisonment I did nothing else and can remember doing nothing else but wring my hands in despair and say, what an ending, what an appalling ending. Now I try to say to myself, and sometimes when I am not torturing myself to really say, what a beginning. What a wonderful beginning. Okay, thank you. We'll take a 10-minute intermission now. Hello again. Welcome to the second half. More surprises are in store. Starting with this piece, which is actually, if you look on your program, it's the piece that's the picture on the program. So for each concert, I choose like an image that sort of stands for the theme as a whole. And so for this one is this piece by John Cage called Aria. And this is going to be performed by Katya. It's a solo voice piece. It's not, you might think of aria and think of like opera. This is not an aria in like the opera sense of the term, but it is a very operatic kind of piece and it's very dramatic. So it has ties to it in that way. I want to just kind of point out some of the elements of this score, which is going to be projected while Katya performs, to tell you how virtuosic it is what Katya is about to do. It's really incredible. This is something we call a graphic score. So it's not in traditional music notation with like stabs and lines. It's the composer basically using a freehand kind of style to indicate what he wants expressed with the text. So there's 3 things kind of here to think about. First is the text. So the text in this piece is from 5 different languages. There's English, there's French, Armenian, Italian, and Russian. And these can all happen one after another in random kind of orders. They can sort of be bunched up next to each other. There can be phrases that have 2 or more of the languages at once. So the singer is constantly having to shift between them. And if I just, so on this first page, we already have, does anyone speak Armenian? Well, this is Armenian, actually, if you don't know. This is Armenian, this is Armenian, this is Italian. All this is written, of course, in like, you know, this is a Russian, but it's not in Cyrillic, just to like make it easier to understand. It's just with, and then this is an English word, arise is an English word. If we go on to the next page, we have more Italian, more English. Sometimes they're just like letters that are like kind of like ciphers that don't belong to one or other of the languages. The thing at the end there is Russian. So anyway, the piece goes on and you see like every page is something totally different. And then there are all these interesting like wavy lines. So each set of words has its own sort of line to communicate how it should be intoned and shape. And as you can see, it's like pretty much every line is a little bit different with some kind of variation on it. And then lastly are the colors. So the colors indicate different styles of singing. So, and these are all chosen by the singer when they learn the piece. Let me find this page. Yeah, this is the page that's on your program. It's page 6 in the piece. But so for example, like if something is in purple, the singer might choose to sing it in a jazzy sort of style. If it's in yellow, it might be a more classical operatic style. If it's in green, it might be a more folksy kind of style. But it's totally up to the singer to choose these things at the beginning and then keep it consistent throughout the piece. So the singer is juggling all three of these things like at once when performing this. It's very virtuosic. And what are we listening for in this? We're not really listening for the meaning of these words. Although sometimes there can be little tiny like tangential meanings between things, but mostly Cage, I think, wants us to listen to the sounds of the words as they occur in the order that they occur. Because sometimes there are some very interesting threads between vowels and consonants across languages. So it's really, I mean, it's kind of like this playground. It really looks like a playground for language. Like there's all these slides and ladders, and it's just this really fun, joyful kind of piece, I think. And then the other thing we can, of course, listen for is the way that the timbre of the voice changes how we hear all of these things. So don't try to find like the meaning of this or anything. Really just listen to the sounds of the words as they connect across. Even if you could speak all 5 of these languages, you probably still couldn't understand it. So just go with the sound, okay? And so here is Katrina Lynch to perform John Cage's Aria.
Videlo facilmente, io sono Idiot! Oh, ah, oh, ah. See, oh, see how the burning bush. Get me to tell you, not this is sung not as a bird, but as love that shall continue breaking the shell, far removed at rest. To have the fruits glory, in armonia. Io posso amare totalmente solo tuo tacto saziare dalla verità. Quelli sono integrali. Fruda e toi, déjà, oh moi, senza morte, as well you say that the sun is black, so sclerodum. Like from like a change. Vende morianti pia supremat. Sliefto! The first sign, yeah, as when he was not lost. Il canto. Possible.
Some serious vocal chops going on there. Okay, now we have an electronic piece. So no one is going to play, we're just going to listen to a recording. This is a piece about pop music, and specifically Korean pop music or K-pop. So pop music is one of these genres that really prioritizes the musicality of the words. Whether it's through rhyme or repetition or certain electronic effects that are applied to the vocal, a pop song is always thinking about how to get those words stuck in your head, how to make it catchy, and leave a distinct sonic imprint on the words that we use every day. So this piece by the second generation Korean American composer, Peter S. Shin, is called Soshi Soshi. And Soshi Soshi is the nickname for a K-pop girl group, more formally known as Girls' Generation. And the piece at large explores the duality of pop music as an art and as a commercial product, and the tension between those forces. And you can see the second Soshi has dollar signs in it, which is a reference kind of to the theme that's going on. And I want to take you through some of the panels, because this is going to be, when we listen to it, you'll see these panels on the screen. This is another kind of graphic score that I think it would be interesting for you to kind of see what's going on like as you're listening to it, and how the theme is sort of playing out across the piece. So this beginning, it's like we're in a chat room, and you'll have all these sort of little bursts of Korean going on and overlapping with each other, and the speech rhythms are overlapping, and it's sort of like all the members of this group. And I should say, I forgot to say, if you're not familiar with sort of this culture of like the pop group in K-pop music, they all have to go through this very rigorous and often exploitative process of meeting the standard that the fans are expecting of them and meeting the image that the fans are expecting of them. And this is what creates sort of this like rigid commercial mold almost that the groups have to like fall into place. So in this first page, we have like sort of members of the group just saying, we're back, we're getting ready for the show. It's like, you know, it's a very kind of exciting time. There's a lot of counterpoint going on between the voices. Here, everyone locks in, and it's time for the show, and we're saying 1, 2, 3 in Korean, Hana Dul Set. So you'll hear that like on the top line. But it becomes this very like fixed and like rigid rhythm. You know, like we have to like fall in the line here. And then we have these explosions on the bottom of, I don't know if I'm exactly saying this right, Ayo, sorry for my like pronunciation. It's a Korean term for this cutesy, kind of babyish character that the fans of this music are expecting the group to sort of embody. And so it's like there's this explosion of it, but then it's regimented and it's stopped. There's an explosion of it, it's regimented and it's stopped. So again, there's like freedom, but there's also like a constraint that has to be followed. And then this page, it really feels like you're in a kind of like machine and it starts glitching towards the end. And the words are, give it to me right now, which is like, the epitome of like consumerism. And so there's this idea that like, there's like, they're trying to perform perhaps, but then like it's sort of at the end, it kind of like glitches and breaks down because one can only do, so much, And then you have this explosion on the bottom, which sounds, as it says there, like pop rocks, sour candy, and vinegar. So I'll leave it to your imagination what that sounds like, but it's very, very cool. And this is where like sort of the vibrancy and the excitement of this genre of music comes out, So again, it's like there's these two poles that are constantly being pulled at, like in the piece. Now this is like the middle part, and it's a lot more introspective, and there's two parts here that are basically like variations on two of the most commonly used words in pop music, baby and boy. So, the first part is called baby, 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 and you can see each baby is in a different font. So that is going to signal the way that it sounds to the ear. So depending on who's singing it and what kind of style they're using, the timbre is going to be different. I should say also that all the elements of this piece are excerpted from interviews or actual songs by girl groups in South Korea. So it's not like, it's actually like he's done the research of like sort of putting this together in a kind of collage. And then the second, this movement called Boy, the thing to really listen for here is the way that the vocal is going to be detuned slightly, which distorts the gender identity of the person who's singing it. And this sort of just allows us to think about all the possible kinds of people that might be using these lyrics for expression. And then, so that's sort of like the most spacey part of the whole thing. Then we get another explosion of Ayo, and then we're back to the commercial kind of like let's fall into line rhythm. We get another glitch and an explosion of all those things ends the piece. So it's really, really an amazing piece to listen to. So I'm going to open it and we're going to take a listen to it. All right, this is Soshi Soshi by Peter Shin. Let me make sure it's on the... Oh.
시작할게요. 좋았습니다. 오늘 환희해주세요. 재밌게 놀다 가겠습니다. 기대해주세요. 띵크덕 하겠습니다. 감사하고 사랑합니다. 언제나 감사하고 사랑해요. 기대해주세요. 감사해주세요. 더 빠르게 달려왔어요. 파이팅! 얼른 얼마야? 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 셋, 하나, 둘, 셋, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 셋, 둘, 셋, 둘, 셋, 하나, 둘, 셋, girls. 하나, 둘, 셋. 둘, 셋. Girls. Oh, baby. 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 Oh, baby.
Oh no. It paused just before the end. Hold on. That's unfortunate. Hold on. Maybe we'll load in a second. Hold on. Let's see if we can get it. Hold on. I'll just like because we have to. There's soshi. You might have heard in the background some like piano and other sort of percussive sounds. So in reality, this piece is actually there's an electronic part, it's a tape, but there's also an acoustic part for whatever arrangement of instruments to kind of like accompany it. But it requires a very special kind of preparation for the piano that we couldn't do here. So. We have the recording, but if you go online, you can actually see videos of the acoustics of performers actually playing along with the rhythms of the electronic part. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed that. And now, let's clap for Peter. Emma actually knows.
He's a good friend of mine, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Pass it along. I will. Yeah. He's visiting his grandma in Korea right now.
All right, so continuing on now with our next thing. Katya, if you want to start getting set up, I'm going to do a song now with Katya. It's by the French composer Olivier Messiaen, and it's literally called Syllabes. That's the name of the song. It's called Syllabes. And it's from a long collection of songs he wrote called Harawi. And in total, this collection would take like almost an hour to perform. So we're just going to perform this one section. But one of the themes that sort of keeps coming back in this piece is this alternation between the French language and the Quechua language, which we're going to see in this song. So Quechua is a group of languages spoken by indigenous people in the Andes region of South America. And Harawi is actually the name for a kind of Quechua love song. And the cycle as a whole is kind of like this epic love story between two lovers that meet on Earth, are parted by death, and are reunited in this new spiritual afterlife. So it's a very mythic kind of cycle, and a lot of the poetry is very surrealist in that way. So in this song, it occurs just after another song called Adieu, where the lovers have sort of parted from Earth. And this song is sort of like in the liminal space between Earth and this other realm that we're going to. And this is going to be reflected in this song by alternating between two very distinctly contrasting sections. So the first section is very tender, and it's going to be the lyrics of that first stanza of poetry there in French. And it's all of these like enigmatic symbols, and it's very expressive, and the symbols represent the lovers in different ways. And so this is sort of like the imagining of going to this new place. And then this is alternating with a more rhythmic, almost dance-like, violent section, which is sort of emblematic of, shaking off the mortal coil, if you will, and really just trying to get it off. And this is where the Quechua language, which you see on the bottom here, kai pipas, mai pipas, pia 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 pia, you're going to hear pia like so many times. And don't do chill. This is where that comes in. And Messiaen is not really using the language for its meaning as much as for its intensity and percussive sound in these sections. And so you'll hear sort of like this, this back and forth going on between these two different modes. And yeah, I think that's really all I want to say about it. This is called Syllables, and it's by Olivier Messiaen. So yeah. Won't be all this other place. Yeah. All right. Katya, I'll need you for the iPad, just so you know. Okay, yeah. So we're ending the evening with some poems. So no musical accompaniment, just words. And these are some poems that I collected this past summer and arranged them into this album of sorts. Here we go.
Thank you.
And I like them so much that I decided I wanted to share them. And this album is called The Physics of Love. So I'm going to be reciting, and then you'll also see the visual form of the poem on the screen as we go along. And I don't want to say too much about the poetry, but I encourage you to listen to this as music, whatever that means for you. Okay. So this is The Physics of Love. In which the sun rolls across the sky and by some alchemy interlocks with the eye on a bed of carnations. Poesis. I can't untie bird singing, sun from tree. Nature plays ear, mirror, where we are molecular fortune, my heart repeats. Tide. Frozen moon, I spin spiral against your eternal dial, shell flitting into out of wave. Syllogism. I am tangible, tangential. I reel. The blank sea turning back and further back on its spool. Untethered, I ride the gull's wide angle. Liquor. Among glittering fronds I drink, moonlight distilled from ages of sun, and sense fermented past rearranging on my tongue. Condensation. All noise, all vibrancy colliding in a plane of bells, slowed and liquefied by tongue's patchwork breast aggregate. Party. Tenuous spring, your fanfare of sport, and fractals holds, mathematical awe, equating eye to eye. Optics. Was the sun spilled, or could its shape be roped and pulled across the sea's coiled surface? Was the sun spilled, or could its shape be roped and pulled across? Was the sun spilled, or could its shape be? Dusk. Between blinks, the geese shift sky just slightly, holding a crescent, accelerating from moon to loop earth like twine. And in your eyes, I see mine and see the frame through which I have seen. Voice. In pomegranate groves, mastering speeds of hawk, hare, and bee, unafraid to exercise one another and absorb the fruits, endless tenderness. Bees. On grandfather's farm, the hum, the hives marked with dates, wax, overtones. A suit hangs in the distance like a ghost, and in tall grass I uncover a honeycomb. Cells reference other cells, a maze held in awe, it is hollow. hear the calling in the wind, the same wind that is making the fiddle sing and the bees dance. Inside, jars line shelves like picture frames. I open one for tea. Crystalline, the sugars dissolve. Charge of air I desire, the ecstasy of bees flowing from word to flower, magnetized and released in celestial motor. Ode. The line is a force from me to you, separating you from me in the secret hope that you may recognize this motion as your own. Bramble, ripe with gnomic berries scattered, like eyes of earth, bewitching us as we flee, rot, tick, rat, tick. Heart. I broke my heart for my art. I broke my art for my heart. I broke my art for my heart. I broke. Raindrops spoke. Heart, 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 heart. Not. He loves me. Not he loves me. He loves me. Not he loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. Psalm. Ticking bloom. Rhyme partials. Grazing cochlea while morning ripples. Sun in palm. Simile. I said like glass, but what I meant was that I'd hold each shard in place so I might yet be. Friction. Persimmons, or it is like ornaments spaced in just across silent fibers of snow. Subject. Pollinate to me, I am infinite. Object. Fit to universe between butterfly wings. Seminal. I see flies, I die and die and die and die. Feel so gorgeous, unmasking the afterlife. If thought's a tomb, poetry is mummy. Postmortem. I walked into irony near a cemetery while replaying remnants from a rave. The graves amplified each flight of hyperpop, blurring soul with bone as I probed the beat of loss. When melody becomes memory, is it immortal or just another guess? Vernal. Return to dirt. Genetics decomposed eyes, hybridized, rhizomic shooting, rooting into being, yet become. Woods. Call it nostalgia, tip of sin, branches fall, balance, wisp under your breath. The blue jay darts against the history of us. Archipelago, the flowers, living geometry, and perishing. In a word, I wink back at the bird. Move with me to sun's choreography. I'm so divisible, I'm whole. Poem shows us ways to float. Winter trees, winter stars are desire. You studied wind and began again. Aperture. The body, the photograph, the sun, my lover, I snap like camera. The sun crawls on the photograph. The sun body of you are in, you are out of body is a ray, lyric. I must speak, though I'm spoken for by all you construe to not be the frame. Yet I must speak, for I love what I've been parted from. I must find how to find it and speak as sex and spirit. Toads, as ever, riddle, tones, ring with marsh spells I've salvaged, croaked in synchrony and broke gnats. They warfare like clockwork, forward and back on time, snitch, a dream swarms. I remember you are not even here. Dance. Listen when limbs become the thread, the threat of infinities as real as the next foot or finger rephrasing what space is. Deciduous. The way I know the trees are thinking is when I see leaves set like lenses making colors of seconds. I slow their strain and join, snapping into procession. Sighing, scything, psyche, synecdoche, autumn. I'm phallic phonic. Origin. Why not just break over and over until the breaks begin to crease, coalesce like ions, eons. That hold agony, hold love one by one. I pick a bouquet of debris and sing. Fringe. Take Queen Anne's lace, central speck surrounded in protein skirt. The story goes she pricked her finger sewing, thus suspending a drop of blood in the work, a microscopic star pulling remoter filaments, binding a horizon in place. Queer. Oh, you won't love me yet. Cry to my poetry as though I were moon more than man. If I must be lunar, let this face phase and distant caress your skin in a wild resonance. Phase. Language lags like a lunar fraction pursues itself on a continuum of positions. A language lags like a lunar fraction pursues itself on a continuum of positions. A language lags like a lunar fraction pursues itself on a continuum of chains. Flower flown half a flame frill. Splinter road ordain in sound douse. Water tour drawn in tropic talk to man neuron or nature. Valence. Inflected flock. Immortal marigold. Chromatic cocktail. Nucleonic moon. Moon nucleonic cocktail. Chromatic marigold. Immortal flock. Inflected. Nucleonic moon. Chromatic cocktail. Immortal marigold. Inflected flock. Flock. Inflected marigold. Immortal cocktail. Chromatic moon nucleonic. Chorus. Because the sun is, the vase on a counter sits, roses burge, thorns return. I have sifted the petals, weighed the hour and found light composes here, revises there, disappears into air. Replication is variation, sense, cipher. Fluorescence. Scent is 1 degree. From sense, vegetation, a refraction of life as the tulip is cosmic anatomy that turns and turns in me. Conceit. Arriving at me, I lost. Who was who? Boy and boy, one. Rhyme. Dialectic. Dexterous spider measures forever in gossamer. Thunder embroidered me with lightnings. augury. One truth is as convex or concave as any. Kiss the atoms and then think about kissing them. Hummingbird, aerial architect, he word in ear before curving mind to eye. I turned around and caught him drink mercurially from purple lip, erase all proof as he went. Every blip punctuated what physics kept unknown. The quantum creature randomized reality. I read from center and never reached the ends as syntax thin to the edge of thought. Aesthetics. Beauty is when wonder suspends now and then, when yen meets death, when the daffodil could be material or God. Tension, watching dragonflies carve water into time, laced with memories, entropy. June, as I tune the sun tunes me. I complicate the leaf he simplifies, or is it the other way around? In that my matter is his music is my matter. Sonnet. In love, foul, ash, and accidental slides, you're conspiring with ilex, laugh till we're elastic, the lilacs and all they spell out, spilling from some ground, forever will twirl in motion on a wheel and still not grasp its full iridescence. The lines vaporize, then congeal like ice. Physis. I found a word for you. And as it eroded, I decided to grow a poem. If we are let each law in our nature and art fall. Form is intimate, intonation, imitation of being. Let's just take a group bow. So more applause.